The Mirror's Secret. Once upon a time, in a village nestled at the edge of an enchanted forest, there stood an ancient house. It was old and forgotten by most, with ivy crawling up the stone walls and windows covered in dust. Inside this house, hidden away in the attic, was an antique mirror. It wasn't just any mirror. It was said to hold a secret, one whispered about for generations. Lena, a curious and adventurous girl, had heard stories about the mirror all her life. On her 16th birthday, her grandmother, with a twinkle in her eye, finally told her the tale. Many years ago, her grandmother began, there lived a vain sorceress who obsessed over her reflection. She longed to be the most beautiful in all the land, and she crafted this mirror, enchanted to show not just your face, but your truest self, your soul. Lena's curiosity was piqued. But what's the secret? She asked, leaning in closer. Her grandmother smiled. The mirror shows the truth, but only to those brave enough to look deeply. Some say, if you can understand what you see, the mirror will grant you a single wish. That very night, Lena couldn't sleep. The thought of the mirror danced in her mind. At dawn, she decided to find the old house and discover the mirror for herself. The forest was dense and filled with shadows, but Lena's determination carried her through. She found the house just as her grandmother described, overgrown and forgotten. With a deep breath, she pushed open the creaking door and made her way up to the attic. The mirror stood tall, draped in a thick, dusty cloth. With trembling hands, Lena pulled the cloth away, revealing the gleaming surface beneath. At first, it reflected her like any other mirror would. But as she stared longer, the reflection began to change. Her eyes widened as she saw herself not as she appeared but as she truly was. Her fears, her kindness, her dreams, and the shadows of doubt she kept hidden from the world. It was all laid bare before her. In her reflection, Lena saw a version of herself that was both familiar and strange. There was courage, but also a deep sadness she hadn't realized she carried. Suddenly, the room around her began to shift, the mirror's glow intensifying. A voice echoed softly, as if from within the glass. What is it that you seek, Lena? What wish lies in your heart? Lena hesitated. She had expected to see beauty or perhaps even a future she desired, but instead, she saw truth. Her reflection was not flawless, yet it was real. And in that moment, she understood the secret of the mirror. The true gift wasn't in granting wishes but in revealing who she truly was, with all her strengths and flaws. With newfound clarity, Lena whispered her wish. I wish for the wisdom to love myself as I am and the strength to face whatever comes. The mirror shimmered, and for a brief moment, Lena's reflection smiled back at her with warmth and understanding. The light in the room softened, and the air around her felt lighter, as if a weight had been lifted from her heart. When Lena returned home, she felt different. The villagers noticed it too, a quiet confidence in her step, a gentle warmth in her smile. The secret of the mirror had not only revealed her truth, but it had also given her the greatest gift of all, the power to see and accept herself. And so, Lena lived with a heart full of grace, facing each day with the wisdom she had found in the depths of her reflection. The mirror remained in the attic, waiting for the next brave soul ready to seek its secret. But Lena knew the truth. It wasn't the mirror that held the magic. It was the courage to look within. Subscribe the channel to get new story.